Time now for our Rants and Raves, starting with Callie.
I am ranting against the Washington Times. Listen, they got a bone to pick with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez all the time anyway. And so now they decided to do a whole story on the fact that she went to get her hair cut and colored. I want all the women who've heard this now to say, really, this is a story? And it cost $300. And wow. And they said, she's a socialist and she paid $300? Nobody. First of all, they're just out for her. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm happy to say that a number of people responded, including other media outlets, people with facts that pointed out how much a cut and color costs. Also, the fact that Vice President Pence rode around in taxpayer funds. That's our own money, her $300, for $600 riding around on Trump properties. That's what the taxpayers paid for him to do that. And many other comparisons to other men. I think they first compared it to Jeff Sessions having gotten his hair cut for $20. Let me say, it looked like it. And the second thing is, that's not unusual for a man. Get out of here. Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah. So, AOC responded, but it's just, come on, people. If you want to argue with her policies, go at it. But this is ridiculous.
Somebody did a piece the other day saying that no one, at least, has been picking on the way Elizabeth Warren looks or dresses, which is a tremendous relief. Now somebody will.
Yes, yeah, of course.
They will.
Yeah.
They will.
All right, Joanna.
Yeah. So I have a rant against the New York Times and its ongoing practice of not linking to other reporters' stories in its own articles. This is something, it's a complaint that a lot of people have had. You'll see it on pop up on Twitter from time to time where someone will say, oh, the New York Times did a story on something that I just did a story for in Slate or The Atlantic. And they just don't do the link and the credit. Weiss has this kind of beef itself, and Weiss's outlet Motherboard recently did a story where they uncovered an internal memo where one of the standards editors at the Times made the case for why it's good practice and normal journalistic practice to link to other reporters' stories. The excuses that the Times gives are, we're busy, these stories go up fast, maybe they're older editors who don't know how to link. Is not hard to link.
Yeah.
You highlight the thing with the cursor. No, there's this idea that if the Time, once it's in the Times, then it's really happened, and let's pretend that there was no reporting backing up. Yeah, it's bad.
Next up, Dan Kennedy.
I have a rant for an idea that was floated this week that the new owners of USA Today, the merged company, are going to do away with the print edition of USA Today. Now, USA Today is what we grab when we go to hotels, right? I mean, they still have about 350,000 circulation in hotels. Supposedly, that aspect of the operation makes money. Now, they've denied that this is going to happen. I have heard that the digital platforms are doing well enough that maybe they could do without a print edition, but I still think this is a terrible idea.
If they do it. All right, Adam.
I got a rave for outgoing Boston Globe reporters Maria Kramer and Michael Levinson, who are a couple and are off to join the New York Times. They have been two of my favorite people to read in the Globe for years and years.
They're a couple?
They're a couple.
I did not know that.
Now it can be told.
I didn't know that
either. I think Maria wrote a piece a while back when they tried to move into an energy, one of those houses that doesn't take any energy to heat. Anyway, they're off to the Times. Well deserved. They're both really, really good, but I'm going to miss reading them.
Yeah, they're
going to be a loss for the Globe.
They're very good.
Huge loss for the Globe.
That's huge loss.
Well, finally, tonight, I have a rave for a Wisconsin jury who awarded $450,000 to the family of Noah Pozner, who was one of the little boys killed at Sandy Hook, and basically said that this newspaper, this book, authored by, believe it or not, a guy who used to be a professor at the University of Minnesota, he's now an emeritus professor and an associate, wrote a book claiming that this whole thing was a hoax, that it was a fabrication by the government, and the jury decided that it was defamation, and they have awarded him this $450,000. Now, that might not be so big because people may not know who those two are, but a lot of people know who Alex Jones is. And Alex Jones has also been sued by several families, not just the Pozner family, and he also could face a defamation verdict similar or worse than, and we can only hope so.
Yeah,
so
it's horrible.
good luck to them.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah, it is.